Masked Heroes, Sky Striker, and even new junk monsters, and so much more for Premium Pack. Make sure you guys smash the link crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. There's so much news here. They dropped all of Premium Pack here. So the first card is going to be Learning Elf, a level 3 light spellcaster effect monster with 1400 attack and 1500 defense. And you can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. So if this card is normal or special summon, we can set a trap card from your deck that has an effect to equip itself to a monster. Metalmorph. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can draw a card. I mean, okay. And then we got the Armament Reincarnation. So we can special summon Armament Reincarnation tokens, Warrior Light, level 1, 500 attack, 500 defense, up to the number of equipped spells and traps with an equip to themselves to a monster in your graveyard. Then you can destroy as many cards in your spell and trap card zone as possible, including this card, and then set as many equipped spells and traps with an effect to equip themselves to a monster as possible from your graveyard. Also, you cannot special summon for the rest of the turn. And then these traps can be activated this turn. Now, it stinks that you can't special summon, you know, I would love to be able to just deploy and abuse my Metalmorphs and things like that, but they're putting a restriction on it. And then we have the Mirror Barrier. This is a normal trap card. Now, you can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. So we can target one face-up monster you control, equip this card to it as an equipped card with his effect. Once per battle phase, if the equipped monster battles an opponent's monster, you can destroy that opponent's monster. And if this card is destroyed, you can add an Armament Reincarnation from your deck to your hand. So it's actually where that Reincarnation spell up here kind of goes full circle. But I mean, this is just better mathematician at this point, honestly. Now, let's get into the Masked Hero card that we've been waiting for. So this is Masked Hero Fountain, and this card is amazing. So you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. So we can reveal this card in your hand, special summon a hero monster from your hand in defense position. Whatever you summon does not have its effects negated. And if this card is sent to the graveyard to activate a card or effect, or by a card effect, we can set a mass change from your deck or graveyard. This actually recurs back from the graveyard, which is huge for this card. Like, they actually did good on designing this Masked Hero. Like, I am actually super excited to get this. We also have the Poisonous Viper. So this is an earth reptile with 100 attack, 200 defense. Now, you can only use the third effect of this card's name once per turn. So we can reveal this card in the hand to special summon it, or if your opponent controls no monsters, you can special summon it to their field in defense position instead. All right. There's a snake in my opponent's boot now. And then once per turn, during your standby phase, you take 500 damage. So if this is on your opponent's field, they'll take 500. If this card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect or banished, you can target one opponent's set spell and trap card, destroy it. It cannot be activated in response to this card's activation. Yes, Woody, this is not a good card, unfortunately. Now this is broken. I have wanted something this good for years. This is a normal trap card. This is always treated as a Darklord card. You can activate one card with this card's name per turn. Send a fairy monster from your hand or face up on the field to the graveyard to special summon a Darklord monster from your hand, deck, or banishment, ignoring its summoning condition. Finally, something good for Darklords, man. I and everybody else have waited years for Darklords to get something this freaking good. And Konami finally printed it. This is how you finally make Darklords into a good deck. Sorry, I'm excited because I love Darklords, and this card is so good. Now, these junk cards are, at least this bottom one is something really good. So, Junk Armors. This is going to be 600, 1200. You can only use the first and third effect of this card's name once per turn. So if the card is added to your hand, except by drawing it, we can special summon it. Your opponent cannot target Synchro monsters you control with Warrior and or Stardust in their original names with card effects. I mean, okay. You can tribute this card to special summon a Junk or a Synchron monster from your deck in defense position, except for Junk Armor. Oh boy, that's a lot. But let's get to the stupid good card. This is Junk Meister. So it's an Earth Warrior. I know, right? I don't know how this is really a warrior, but, you know, sure. You only use the first, second, and third effects of this card's name once per turn. So we can reveal a warrior or a Stardust Synchro monster in your extra deck. Special summon this card from the hand. You can also special summon from the extra deck for the rest of this turn except for Synchro monsters. Sure, free level 4. On normal special, we can add a junk card from your deck to your hand except for junk mice. Just can search for the junk armor. And then we can target a junk monster control and decrease its level by 2. Okay, Konami. Okay. We also got the Overtuning. This is a normal spell card. You can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. If you control a tuner, special summon a tuner from your hand deck or graveyard. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of this turn after this card resolves, except for Synchro monsters. Why did they just take Halki Fibrax's effect and slap it onto a spell card? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. And then we have the Champion's Pulse. This is a normal trap card. Activate one card with this card's name per turn. Activate one of these effects. We can, during your opponent's battle phase, they gain 1,000 life points, and then you end the battle phase. Okay. Or when your opponent activates a monster effect, if they control more cards than you do, so summon a Red Dragon Archfiend or a Hot Red Dragon Archfiend from your extra deck or graveyard, and if you do, negate that effect, and if you do, destroy that monster. Too bad that your opponent has to control more cards than you. But I guess if this is just the only thing you've got set and your opponent commits into 2 cards, technically we can use it. I mean, technically. Alright, so Zexal cards. So this is the Gagaga Illusion. So you can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. So control Gagaga monster, we can target one monster in your opponent's graveyard, special summon it. Then you can make its level rank become equal to the level rank or one Gagaga monster you control. Okay. If this card is in your graveyard except the turn it was sent there, we can banish it immediately after this effect resolves. Normal summon a Gagaga monster. I mean, it's Gagaga support. We'll take it. Then we got the great Gagaga Escape. So, yes, this is a counter trap card. You can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. When your opponent activates a monster effect, if you control a Gagaga monster, negate that activation, then you can discard a card and you special summon a Gagaga monster from your deck. Okay. You can banish this card from your graveyard to change as many Gagaga monsters you control as possible to defense position, and if you do, Gagaga monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects this turn. That's pretty strong. And then, of course, we have the Endless Bond, which is a continuous spell. This card is always treated as an Xyz card. You can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. So when this card resolves, special summon a number 39 Utopia from your graveyard, and if you do, it gains attack equal to the total attack of all light Utopia and Utopic Exceed monsters in your graveyard. When you're attacking Utopia or Utopic Exceed monster whose original attribute is light destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can make that monster you control lose 1,000 attack, and if you do, it can make another attack in a row. It doesn't have to be on a monster. It's very important. And then we got Predaplant stuff. So this is the Thorn Fangs of the Violent Poison. This card is always treated as a Predapt card. So we can target a starting venom you control, destroy as many monsters your opponent controls with lower attack as possible. Alright, and then then you can discard your entire hand if you do inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack of the destroyed monster's total original attack. Also, the targeted monster cannot attack its turn. Sure, man. If I'm wiping my opponent's field and basically clearing them out of the game, I'll take that. We also have the Penetration Fusion. God, that is a name. You can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. If a monster was destroyed by battle this turn, fusion summon a fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field. And if you do, it gains the following effect. But you can quick effect tribute this card to target one face-up monster you control, gains 500 attack. Why, though? But I guess this is a mid-battle phase fusion, so that's actually not bad. And then we got the Surprise Fusion. These fusion cards are weird. So, normal spell card. You can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. So target one face-up monster you control and declare one type and attribute. That monster becomes the declared type and attribute. Then we can fusion summon a fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters you control, including that targeted monster. And you can banish this card from the graveyard to tribute a fusion monster. If you do, special some 2 surprise tokens, Dark Spellcaster, 0 attack, 0 defense with the same level. Okay. What a surprise. And then we have our new Sky Striker card. So this is the Sky Striker Mecha Adel Saber. So this is a level 7 wind machine monster with 1500 attack, 1500 defense. Now you can only use the first second effects of this card's name once per turn. During the battle phase, we can quick effect discard this card to target a Sky Striker monster you control. It gains 1500 attack until the end of this turn. And if a monster or monsters is special summoned while this card is in your grave, you can target a Sky Striker Link monster you control and equip this card to it as an equipped spell that gains 1500 attack. I don't know, seems kind of interesting. And then we've got a lot of reprints here, but A lot of interesting cards, so please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here in day, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.